Thank you, Mr. Rao. Good morning, everyone. So today we will be talking about importance of micronutrients. The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition. So it is this. So to start with, let me just tell you that Thomas Edison in 1932 he said that the doctor will not treat the human frame with drugs ever because actually the nutrients that we are taking are the drugs for the body. So why vitamins? Vitamins play a vital role throughout the life cycle for disease prevention, good health and wellness. So these are the micronutrients which our body needs, whether through the diet, through the dietary supplements or fortified foods, to grow, to function, to stay healthy and to prevent diseases. Humans don't produce enough vitamins on our own. So we need to get them from our diet or through supplementation or food fortification. What should we expect from our food? Vitamins, enzymes, omegas, fibers, minerals, amino acids, carotenoids, apart from the macronutrients that we are taking, that is your energy, your proteins, your fats and other stuff. So each of the 13 vitamins known today has specific functions in the body, making each vitamin unique and irreplaceable. Vitamins are essential for normal growth, healthy functioning of the immune system, healthy babies, optimal performance, healthy aging, normal brain growth, and good health and appearances. Carotenoids such as beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, etc., they are known as antioxidants to help our body to fight the own defense and lowering the risk of certain cancers such as lung, stomach, cervix, breast, bladder and oral cancers. Other health benefits include protection against heart diseases, cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. Enzymes such as phytase, lipase, they function as catalysts, that is, they speed up the rate at which our metabolic processes and reactions occur in living organisms. Omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, EPA, ARA, you might have heard these words when you're seeing the advertisements on the commercial advertisements. So they do brand this product has DHA, this product is high in EPA. Why that? Because they reduce the inflammation throughout the body. They keep blood from clotting and prevent excessive blood clotting, prevent thickening of the arteries, reduce the risk of becoming obese, and help prevent cancer cell growth. Fiber, the one of the most important thing and the most overlooked things in terms of food, because they act as a natural laxative, they can act as prebiotic, feeding healthy bacteria in your gut and increasing colon health. It improves the blood sugar control and adds bulk to your diet without adding calories. Minerals such as calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, selenium, manganese, etc. Minerals are an essential component to a healthy diet, playing unique roles to optimize the health of cells, tissues, organs, and the whole being. People who have healthy levels of minerals in their diet are less likely to experience osteoporosis, heart diseases, cancer, arthritis, goiter, gastrointestinal disorders, periodontal disease, and anemia. Coming to amino acids. Amino acids are nothing. They are basically the end products of protein. So amino acids are a key element of building protein in the body and they play a major role in physiological processes relating to our energy, recovery, mood, brain function, amino acids, muscles and strength gains in the fat loss. Micronutrient deficiencies. Despite our knowledge of the essential role vitamins play in healthy growth and development, vitamin deficiencies exist in all the parts of the world. So it is called the global hidden hunger. If a person is lacking in protein, if a person is lacking in energy, it is visible. But the micronutrient deficiencies, they are called the hidden hunger. Approximately worldwide 2 billion people are affected by this hidden hunger. So a survey done by Sight and Health, Sight and Life by US, so it says that some 2 billion people live with chronic shortage of vitamin micronutrients, a condition known as hidden hunger, meaning they do not receive the vitamins and minerals they need. In developing countries, malnutrition contributes to one-third of all under 5 child deaths. Even in the wealthiest countries, where clear guidelines and recommendations for daily vitamin intake have been established, changing lifestyles, poverty, and shifting patterns of diet, that is, towards more high calorie and low micronutrient intake of food has been seen. So the micronutrient deficiency has a huge impact on children. Worldwide, 165 million children are stunted. More than 90% of the stunted children live in developing countries. Malnourished children never reach their full height or cognitive potential, are less able to fight diseases such as malaria, TB, and pneumonia, do worse in school, earn at least 10% less as adults, are at risk of chronic disease later in life. Vitamin A deficiency compromises the immune system, and approximately 40% of the developing world's children under the age of 5 and is attributable to deaths of 670,000 children annually. Iron, vitamin A and zinc deficiencies lead to diseases that are among the top 10 causes of death in developing countries annually. The signs of vitamin deficiencies are not always visible, hence the name hidden hunger. They include birth defects, anemia, blindness, impaired physical and mental growth, maternal and child death, brittle bones, and increased susceptibility to disease. Over time, hidden hunger not only has detrimental effects on the health and productivity of individuals, but also on the social and economic development of a country and already stretched health budgets. Poor nutrition and micronutrient deficiency have a staggeringly large impact. They impair the mental development up to 60% of infants in the developing world, debilitate the health of 500 million women across the globe, and lead to more than 60,000 deaths during childbirth every year. 6 lakh child deaths. In addition to being a public health crisis, micronutrient deficiencies have a real impact on economic development, lowering the productivity of individuals and entire populations and seriously hindering the potential of entire countries. It is directly linked to non-communicable diseases. Less than optimal vitamin intake can have a wide range of impact on health and well-being. According to WHO 2010 reports on non-communicable diseases, 36 million of the 57 million global deaths in 2008 were due to NCDs, and 29% of non-communicable deaths in low and middle income population in 2008 occurred before the age of 60. The effects on the health and well-being of individuals are staggering and have resulted in increased rate of diabetes, osteoporosis, overweight, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes in developing countries across the globe. Diet is an important modifiable factor that can help prevent the onset of these NCDs. In India, the burden of micronutrients and health consequences of micronutrient deficiencies is taking a toll. So as you can see the pictures also, the ugly face of hidden hunger, the iron deficiency, the folic acid deficiency, vitamin A deficiency, iodine deficiency, zinc deficiency. If you'll closely look, 3/4 of young children, half of women, and 1/4 of married men are anemic, according to the National Family Health Survey 2005 and 2006. According to a survey in 2006, the bited spots, 0.06% of the total preschool children were suffering from bited spots and 0.2% from the night blindness. Burden of iodine deficiency disorder. The annual report 2009-2010 by the Health Ministry has stated that 70 million people are suffering from goiter, 2.2 million from cretins, and 6.6 million from mild neurological deficits. Even after taking care of, even after fortifying the salt globally through iodine, only 51% of the total population is using that salt, according to the survey which was held in 2005-2006. Burden of folic acid deficiency. 2 lakh babies born with neural tube defects per year, which is a condition called meningomyelocele. Zinc deficiency leads to low birth weight, preterm deliveries, spontaneous abortions, and congenital malformations. Main factors for global health and quality of life are genetics, nutrition, mental well-being, physical activity and exercise, avoidance of toxicants like tobacco, alcohol consumption and drug abuses, and environment plays a very important role such as physiological, biological, chemical, social, economical and political. Nutrition is said to be the link between food and health. So whatever food supply, if it is good, then you will be free from foodborne illnesses and will attain a good health. But if the agriculture, the soil that is in which the food is produced is not nutrient rich, then yes, the malformations will be more. So the ultimate goal is to have food security, to have food and nutrition education, and to build up a culture wherein we are eating healthy. Micronutrients and macronutrients. Micronutrients are substances which are required in very small amounts, that is in milligrams or micrograms, and that are mainly functional as cofactors of enzymes. Just imagine one single molecule of magnesium activates 320 chemical reactions in the body. So the 13 trace elements that are known to a humankind, how many chemical reactions they might be carrying out in the body. Macronutrients, as we all are aware of, are the energy, protein, and fat. They are the chemical substances that are required in relatively large amount in the body. Example, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, etc. Macronutrients. The proximate principle is sources of energy and bodybuilding. Micronutrients, they must be provided in food and enable the body to use other nutrients. The known 51 essential nutrients for sustaining human life are air, water, energy, proteins, the 9 proteins basically, lipids, linoleic acid, linolenic acid, macrominerals, that is sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, phosphorus, chloride, trace elements, very important, some of those are very important like iron, zinc, iodine, then copper, manganese, selenium, molybdenum, etc. Vitamins A, D, E, K, B vitamins and C. Vitamins and minerals are essential for the maintenance of good health and the prevention of a number of diseases. Vitamins are generally organic molecules. Minerals are inorganic substances, usually they are present in the iron form. Minerals are inorganic and are found in the soil and are absorbed by the water uptake of plants and eaten by animals. The human body requires substantial amounts of minerals on a daily basis to ensure proper functioning of the organs, bones, tissues and immune system. Minerals may be classified as macrominerals or trace minerals. So the first macromineral is sodium. The sodium has a huge function in the body. If it is high, then it retains the water in the body. If it is low, then it impairs the cognitive thinking. So the major function of sodium is fluid and electrolyte balance. It supports muscle contraction and nerve impulse transmission. The sources are salt, soy sauce, bread, milk, meats. The pulses that we are taking has trace amounts of sodium. Another mineral is chloride. It maintains the fluid and electrolyte balance. It aids in digestion. The sources of chloride are salt, soy sauce, milk, eggs and meats. Potassium. The first and foremost function you might not be knowing is that it balances the sodium in the body. So anyone who's suffering from hypertension and takes anything which is high in potassium, it balances out the sodium. So the major function of potassium is to maintain fluid and electrolyte balance. It maintains the cell integrity. It helps in muscle contraction and nerve impulse transmission. The sources are potatoes, vegetables, banana, strawberries, milk, and the major source of potassium is coconut water. Calcium. It helps in formation of bones and teeth and supports blood clotting. The sources are milk, yogurt, cheese, tofu, green beans, spinach, broccoli, etc. Phosphorus. It again helps in the formation of cells, bones and teeth. It maintains acid-base balance, and the major sources of phosphorus are the animal products such as meat, fish, poultry, eggs, etc. Magnesium. Magnesium, as I've already told you, one single ion of magnesium helps in 320 functions. So it supports bone mineralization, it helps in protein building, it helps in muscular contraction, it generates the nerve impulse transmission, and it helps in immunity. It helps in formation of cells, bones, teeth. It maintains the acid-base balance in the body. The sources of magnesium, the major source of magnesium in the green leafy vegetables. Then is tomato juice, beans, cashews. Iron. As you know, the country is facing the toll of iron deficiency nowadays. Though it helps in the part of the protein hemoglobin is iron. It carries the oxygen throughout the body cells and oxygenates the body. The major sources is spinach, broccoli, green beans, tomato juice, beef of the liver of the beef, sorry. Zinc. The major function of zinc is that it produces the enzymes of genetic material. It helps in transport of a lot of other nutrients such as phosphorus. It helps in wound healing. It helps in sperm production and the normal development of the fetus. The major sources of zinc are tomato juice, lentils, oysters, shrimp, crab, meat, yogurt, cheese and green leafy vegetables. Selenium. Though it is needed in microest quantity in the body, but selenium helps in the cognitive. Early doses of selenium helps in cognitive development of the children. So it is a potent antioxidant, works well with vitamin E to protect body from oxidation. The major sources of selenium are seafood, meats and grains. And one of the richest sources of selenium in terms of dry fruit is the figs. Iodine. It helps in thyroid hormone regulation, development and metabolic rate of the body. The sources are salt because nowadays the salt is iodized. Seafood, bread, milk and cheese. Copper. It helps in absorption and utilization of iron. It helps in formation of hemoglobin and certain enzymes. The sources of copper are meat, water, and food kept in copper utensils or cooked in copper utensils. Manganese. It helps in facilitate many cell processes and it is available in the microest quantities in so many food items such as cereals, pulses and milk. Fluoride. Excess of fluoride leads to fluorosis, so it is not required in much of the quantity, but it helps in formation of bones and teeth, helps to make teeth resistant to decay. Sources are fluoridated drinking water, tea and seafood. So here I would like to correct not just tea, the black tea. Chromium. It is associated with insulin and is required for the release of energy from glucose. So nowadays lot many studies are being held on chromium to relate it with diabetes also. So the chromium, if you have a chromium rich food, then it helps in better absorption of glucose in the body. The sources of chromium are vegetable oils, liver, whole grains, cheese and nuts. Molybdenum. It helps in facilitate many cell processes, such as it helps in the cell integrity, it helps in the transport function of the nutrients of the cell. The sources of molybdenum are legumes and organ meats. Vitamin. Each vitamin has one or more specific purposes. Vitamins are essential to life processes. Vitamins are generally used by the body with very minimal changes. Vitamins are usually required in small amounts, but most vitamins are not synthesized by the body directly. So the classification of vitamin is water soluble and fat soluble. Water soluble vitamins are generally involved in the cellular metabolism of energy supplying nutrients. Fat soluble vitamins often have very specialized function. Fat soluble vitamins have long non-polar hydrocarbon chains or rings. Basically, fat soluble vitamins get stored in the liver and they are required in a periodic dose, unlike the water soluble vitamins which are required in a daily dose. So fat soluble vitamins are A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin A, retinol. It helps to support vision, skin, bone and tooth growth. Immunity and reproduction is one of the major functions, but our body cannot synthesize vitamin A in its native form. So it converts the native form of vitamin A, that is retinol, to retinaldehyde. The major sources are legumes and organ meats. Vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid. It helps in collagen synthesis, amino acid metabolism, helps iron absorption in the body, and it is one of the potent antioxidant. The sources are citrus fruits like lemon, oranges, and certain vegetables like capsicum. Vitamin D. Now, if you'll see your blood reports, 90% I can assure that 90% of the people must be deficient in this vitamin. The major function of vitamin D is that it helps and promotes bone mineralization by absorbing the calcium from the body. So the major source, the first and foremost major source is the sunlight. Then another is milk. Uh, it is present in the microest quantity in milk, egg yolk, liver and fatty fish such as salmon. Vitamin B12 or B vitamins. They help in cell synthesis, breaking down fatty acids, amino acids and help in nerve cell maintenance. The major sources of B12 are meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, eggs. Vitamin E, another antioxidant and which helps in lot of keratin production also. So keratin production is basically the proteins, the hair, the nail and everything. It helps in regulation of the oxidation reactions. It supports the cell membrane stabilization. The sources of vitamin E are wheat germ. The major source is wheat germ, tofu, fatty fishes, polyunsaturated vegetable oils. Now they are being regulated and they are being fortified with vitamin E. Vitamin K. Synthesis of blood clotting proteins. It helps in regulate blood calcium. The sources: green leafy vegetables, liver, spinach, broccoli and cabbage. So there's a lot of debate about nutrient and drug interactions, how these micronutrients are interacting with the drugs and nobody knows about it. So here's an example that two women with diseases characterized by abnormal blood clotting did not improve when they were given warfarin. When questioned about their diet, one woman reported that she ate at least half a kg of broccoli every day and the other ate broccoli soup and broccoli salad every day. When broccoli was removed from their diets, warfarin became effective in preventing the abnormal clotting of their blood. Because why this has happened is because broccoli, as I've already discussed, is high in vitamin K, right? And vitamin K helps in the synthesis of blood clotting proteins. So because of this, the patient had been getting enough of dietary vitamin K to compete with the drug, thereby making the drug ineffective. So we have to be very careful what we are taking. For example, if we, even these nutrient drug interactions are too common in the body. So if we take iron with vitamin, with calcium, then there are two factors that it will not help them absorb, and they will create an inhibitory effect in the body. The power of micronutrients throughout life, through pregnancy, infants and toddlers, adults and seniors. So micronutrients ensure proper health and development from pregnancy through infancy and childhood and into adulthood and old age. Iron and folate supplements are crucial for expecting mothers. They ensure healthy deliveries and improve the birth weight of babies. They prevent neural tube defects in babies. Proper nutrition during the 1000 days between pregnancy and the child's second birthday staves off diseases like pneumonia and malaria, reduces the risk of chronic diseases, increases performance levels in education, increases productivity as adults. When children are properly nourished throughout life into adulthood, they have lower rates of non-communicable diseases, have lower rates of cancers. A lifetime of proper health and nutrition ensures reduced cognitive decline in seniors, lower risk of dementia and Alzheimer's, lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. Phytochemicals. These are also the part of the nutrients we have studied, but then this is another class of minerals and vitamins which help in oxidation, which helps in reducing the inflammation of the body. So these are the non-nutrient compounds found in plant-derived foods that have biological activity in the body. Antioxidants, which are also called anti-aging food, anti-cancerous foods, they are anti-heart disease foods, catechins, which are found in berries, green and black tea, lycopene, tomatoes and watermelon, bioflavonoids in citrus fruits and grapes, coenzyme Q in nuts and oils. So plant pigments, the color of the plants are potent antioxidants. Almost 2000 known plant pigments and lesser than 8000 flavonoids or 450 carotenoids and 150 anthocyanins are known to humankind. Red, which is lycopene, which is found in tomatoes, pink and red grapefruit, watermelon, guava, red pepper. Red, blue and purple are anthocyanins. Red, blue grapes, blue strawberries, raspberries, beets, cherries, eggplant, plums, red cabbage. Orange color, which is also called carotene. It is present in squash, pumpkin, yams, carrots, mangoes. So what we need to have is a color your nutritional world. Have as much colors you can have, because that is the reason, this is the main thing we forget nowadays. We go for, if we are hungry, okay fine, let's just go and buy a pizza. If we are hungry, let's just go and eat a burger. But we actually forget what our Mother Earth has given us. Mother Earth has given us colors. We should include a rainbow in our diet. Plant pigments, also called phytochemicals, which we have already discussed, they are good for health of eyes, such as corn, cucumbers, skins, yellow and green peppers, green beans, peas, spinach, etc. Red, yellow or green, it's all a go. So do not get confused with these colors that we should stop this or we should not have these. Have all the colors in your diet to reduce the inflammation, to reduce the risk of cardiac problems, the cancer and diabetes. So have you taken your ORAC foods today? The ORAC foods are oxygen radical absorbance capacity of foods. Basically, higher the ORAC food capacity of the food, higher the range of antioxidant level in that food. Such as prunes, they have the maximum ORAC absorbance, which is 5770. raisins, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and you might have seen the trend. All these foods we are talking about here nowadays are emerging as superfoods. Flax seeds is one of the superfood, though it does not have a good ORAC, but it has high omega-3 fatty acid. Then your walnuts, again which is high in omega-3 fatty acids. Kale, though it is not common in Indian market, but yet it is coming out in different forms. Foods are now being fortified with kale. Nutritional deficiencies. The proposed approach to combating nutritional deficiencies worldwide include providing food rations that are composed of fresh and vitamin and mineral rich foods, adding nutrients missing in commonly consumed foods such as adding iodine in salt, such as adding vitamin E in oils, genetic modification of food, because the soil nowadays does not contain that much amount of nutrients as it used to have earlier. So because of the spraying of pesticides and insecticide, it has gone bad. So genetic modification of foods, breeding one food with another food, increases the availability of the macronutrients. Providing nutritional supplements, food regulation, food and nutrition education and communication as we are doing here today. Providing selenium supplements to people eating food grown in selenium poor soil. Supplementation with micronutrient food, food fortification. Public health measures should be taken, such as the recipes that we are developing should contain the one or the other superfood. Sanitation, we should be very careful of how the food is being cooked, how it is being stored, the water supply. Deworming of human being is also very important, because if the worms are there present in the gut, the absorption of these nutrients will not happen. As Mother Teresa has said, we ourselves sometimes feel that what we do is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that drop is missing. So it is we who has to take measures to include these food in our diet. No other can help you. Even me saying here, telling you about the foods and their properties will not help you until or unless you don't take a step forward. Include 4 to 5 vegetables in a day. 4 to 5 vegetables means 5 servings of vegetables, that is 100 grams raw. So you can take it in the form of salads, you can take it in the form of cooked vegetables, you can put it in your breads and make a sandwich out of it. If not that, have at least the most ignored part of the food pyramid is the fruits that are available. None of us take fruits in a daily life. If I ask here, I'm sure 70% of the population will say we probably have a piece or two of fruit while we are in the office or probably going back. But then you must have at least 2 to 3 servings of fruits in a day, because whatever wear and tear is happening to your body throughout the day while you're speaking, while you're moving, if you're breathing, it can be only repaired if you take these micronutrients, because they are the builders of our body. What they do is they go and they start repairing the wear and tear part of the body. So these are very important. So here I end up with the session. If you have any queries, you can mail at vartika_s@apollohospitalsdaily.com. Water we are having at home does not contain minerals.